Hi guys, EBPMAN from Tablets for Me, and this tip for the Samsung Galaxy Note 4 has to do with multi-windowing. Let me show you first how multi-windowing works and also how to set it up. So in order to get multi-window to work, you're going to do a double finger swipe from the top. You're going to make sure that you have multi-window selected here. Once you have that selected, uh, if you press and hold the back button, let me bring that in focus, this button right here, if you press and hold it, watch what's going to happen. This menu comes up. These are all the applications that can run in a multi-window mode. I'm going to press and hold again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose one of them. I'm going to go ahead and choose, let's do the internet. And I'm going to just drop it off over here. You notice how it showed up. But you still don't see the effect of the multi-window. So I'm going to press and hold that button again. And I'm going to choose the File Explorer. Where is it? Here it is. And now I'm going to drag it to this bottom portion. And when I let go, now what I have is two programs open at the same time. One on the top, which I can navigate, and one at the bottom, which I can navigate. So multi-window gives you the ability to have two windows going on simultaneously at the same time. I could be watching or going on the internet. I could be watching maybe Facebook or watching YouTube, both at the same time. Now there's another feature that works really nicely with multi-window, and I just hit the escape or the back button to eliminate that window, and that is the ability to take a window and resize it to any size you want. So I'm going to put my finger here in the top upper right hand corner, and I'm going to bring it down this way. So what I'm doing is I'm determining the size I want this window to be, and now what I have is this window that I can drag around, and I have in this case my File Explorer. Now I could also, if I press the back button, let me go back a second, make that window disappear. I'm going to bring up the menu. I'm going to go back. I'm going to bring in the File Explorer, or my files in this case. I'm going to resize it again, and I'm going to show you another feature. So now I have this window open. I'm going to bring up that menu again, and I'm going to choose, let's say for example, now we'll go back to that Explorer. I'm going to drag it over, and right now you'll notice I have this program here and this program in the background, but I'm going to resize this one too. And now what I have is I have two programs running simultaneously, one side by side. And what I could do is I can switch between one and the other. Now, there's a neat little feature here. This little, you see that little finger icon right there? Let's make sure that you guys can see that. I'm going to zoom into it. This here is going to allow you to take content from one and drag it into the other. So for example, if you had a picture and you wanted to add it into a text message, all you got to do is tap that and you could drag content from one side to the other. You could also resize things, make this window larger. You can make this window smaller. If you press the home button, watch what's going to happen. I'm going to press home once. These programs are now floating icons. They're still here, they're available, they're enabled, and you could even do this with a camera. I can start the camera up, and the point here is that these programs are active and they're just waiting for you to tap on them. So I'm going to tap on it, and then this program is going to come back. Right? If I press the home button, it's going to minimize it again. So it is right now just there. Keep in mind that you can only do this with 5 programs at a time, and if you do this, you're ultimately going to run out of memory. So you don't want to have them running all the time. But it's convenient if you are in between taking pictures and updating things on Facebook. You can always jump back and forth between the programs. Just remember that you can resize the window at any time. You can move it around just by pressing and holding on that dot, grabbing the corner like I did right there, and you can make it a little bit bigger if you want, but you can do this with up to 5 windows at a time or 5 applications. This is the feature of multi-window. Now the next feature I'm going to show you is how you can actually modify your shortcut menu for that multi-window function. So if I press and hold, you notice there's a lot of things here. I may not need all these things. They just take up a lot of space. So I'm going to tap here on the bottom, and I'm going to bring up the edit. Now when I go into edit, I can determine which programs I don't want here because there's just too much stuff in here. So I'm going to take things like, I'm not going to use a scrapbook in this feature. I'm probably not going to use playbooks this way. I'm most likely not going to be doing, let's see what else I have here, the S Finder. So I'll take that out. I won't do this guy. And what I'm just doing is just reducing the number of programs that I have here, so it's a lot easier for me to navigate this multi-window function. I'm probably not going to do the calendar. I like the calculator. And what I can also do is I can reorder things just by bringing things up like this, and now this is at the top. So these are the programs that I feel comfortable with. I'm probably not going to use this either. And only the programs that show here are going to, and I'll just hit done. Only the programs that show up are the ones that have multi-window capabilities. Not every application allows you to do this. So that's one thing that you just need to be aware of. So that's how you personalize or customize that multi-window menu and reorganize your programs.